everybody, and welcome to another episode of #Nailed It with me, Tova Lee.
Hey! I'm so used to saying it.
Oh my God. You have, it's official. You've lost your mind.
I'm losing it.
Wow, you are losing it. Is this kind of like what you do with the remote that's trying to say Netflix?
What? No, you're talking
Yeah,
about.
okay, so basically Mike has this thing that he does. By the way, did you do it before quarantine, or is this one of the things you picked up on her?
Amuse me.
Okay, so this is one of the things that Mike does to amuse himself during quarantine, is like he tries to test how badly can he say Netflix to the remote. It's like a voice activated remote. So he says it like really badly to see how badly can he say it and the remote still understands. And it does understand you, to be fair, quite badly. Like, how do you say it? Give us an example.
Or whatever. Oh yeah, I mean that's literally the level I'm reduced to now. I'm a mess of a man.
No, but this is like the level of entertainment at the moment during quarantine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the other day, on Friday, there was like one of those neighborhood security cars was driving around the neighborhood playing like trance music. I don't know why.
Trance music?
It was trance music, yeah. Is
Really?
that not like...
Trance music, it's like
yeah,
dance.
that's what he was
Really?
saying. Yeah, for real. And he was like yelling in the megaphone, "Stay at home, save lives, stay at home." And we all stood in the window. We couldn't get enough of it. It was so entertaining.
Tova has a thing whereby
I've become such a boring person.
any delivery is not allowed within the house until she okays it and sanitizes it. But my excitement now, if I hear the dogs bark, I know there's someone at the door. I leap up so excited.
Yeah.
There's another human being coming near the house.
I
Hey, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, beautiful day for it.
Take care.
That's
I
kind
know.
of the level.
That is the level. You literally did that just now.
I jumped up.
You know, the dogs barked. It was a delivery. I opened the window because my window is above the door. So I'll open the window and say, "Yeah, just leave it by the door. It's okay." And we have like packages by the door before I go out, and I sterilize everything and get rid of all the cartons and whatever. And like Mike's running out of his office. Who was it? Is somebody there? Is he still there?
Are you going to share them the foot incident?
So sad. Wait, what was the foot incident?
The foot incident.
What was
the
the
package?
foot?
You mean the foot?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, right. We have a procedure of how we bring things into the house. Listen, I've become like compulsive, and like my OCDs, like everything's coming out.
No,
you know?
wait,
But really, I have a lot of time on my hands, okay? This is what I have to do.
You say this first.
Wait, can I just say, you know, like how when you're super bored, even like the smallest activities, like now you take a lot of pleasure in them, you know?
I'm loving doing the washing.
Exactly. You're like,
Love-
"Oh, great. There's
love hanging out and
laundry. I
washing.
have something
Love
to
doing
do."
the washing.
Exactly. So, we have a procedure of how we bring things into the house, right? And I sterilize them. I wash everything. You know, I make sure I take out all the exterior packages. I do it with gloves. I have, you know, the sanitizers and all of it. You know, it's a really, really kind of long process that takes me 4 hours because I want to do it. So I have something to do. Anyway, the other day a package arrived, and I left it by the door because I hadn't done it yet. And I was like, "Don't touch anything, don't touch it." So anyway, I hear the door open. Now remember, my office is above the door. I have a window, right?
I think it was bin day. I was really excited.
Bin day.
I could put the bins up.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Wonderful moment.
I love this. So Mike was taking out the bins, right? And I had this feeling, right? So I went to the window, and I'm looking at him now from the window above, and he doesn't know that I'm looking at him, right? And I see him take the bin out, put the trash in the bin, and then he comes back and he looks at the package and he looks like to the sides to make sure nobody's looking at him. And then I see him with his foot kicking the package.
To see who it was for.
Flipping it over like a child. Like a child that is told, "Don't touch it." And what does he do? He touches it.
But
with his foot.
But what's so ironic, though, is despite all this, and you've been ultra safe, so far you're the only one who feels slightly under the weather.
That is true. That is true. I'm trying to like not panic, but I do feel like I'm having quite a lot of symptoms right now. I'm sweaty.
You're sweaty now?
Yeah, my head hurts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do feel like my sinus is a little bit.
What are you going to do if you have to self-isolate?
Oh, God, it'll be so nice, actually, locking myself in the bedroom. Just like not.
My
this is actually the topic
You're
of
gonna
this.
get a little bell. You're gonna get a
I'm
little
going to
bell.
bell, get me my food, get me my thing.
My
Yeah,
God.
but this is actually the topic of this episode is called Till Quarantine do us part.
Ooh,
Is that
very
does that
clever,
get a good play of words? Yeah, because I feel like that's the one thing that a lot of people are feeling at the moment is a struggle of like being locked in the house with your loved ones. You know, just constantly seeing them every single day, every single minute of every single day.
What a blessing.
Oh yeah, it's lovely. It's divine. I had a mental breakdown. It was more about the kids, to be honest.
Was that when you dropped that was last week? Did we discuss
I don't remember. Did we discuss the dropping of the tray? I don't know. But it was I had another breakdown after that. It's just like the general like that you don't have any type of like silence, but I guess like people who are alone at home would love to have like company. So I'm not complaining. I'm happy you guys are here. But with regards to like, I think a lot of partners have reached the point where they want a divorce. You know? Do you feel that way?
Not really.
No?
No. I mean, I find it more difficult with the kids.
Really?
The constant noise, the constant having to, it's quite funny. We've kind of, because now technically they're off for Easter, and we would have been away normally.
Yeah, we would have been away.
I made the wonderful decision to go. Well, we would have been away. It's Easter holiday. Do they have to do? I mean, do I have to sit down and do homework every day?
Oh no, but I think most people.
Anyway.
But I think most people have said that.
Like so I mean, now what's his home now? Now they've been watching TV for just over an hour. You know, it's been lovely and quiet. It was lunch was chaos, and then I said, right, I'm just tidying up. I need silence for 3 minutes. Anytime there's a noise,
I need silence for 3 minutes.
The 3 minutes continues, and after 3 minutes, TV.
That's a good technique.
And they work. They not a sound for 3 minutes.
Them.
Not a sound.
I actually think the kids are doing really well, extremely well, considering the fact they haven't left the house in 3 weeks. Like, you know, it's great.
But we're lucky because we have a small garden and the weather's been good.
And the weather's been good. But I think, like, for a lot of people, it's also partners. People were joking, like, how many babies are going to come out of this period and how many divorces. I feel like there'll be quite a lot, you know.
No, I'm sure it must be very, very high. Absolutely.
Quite a lot. You are getting on my nerves.
I know. You're quite clearly showing me.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I'm doing nothing
different. But this is the thing. It's true. You know, I was thinking about it. It's kind of like going back to the time where we had like babies. So like young babies. And it's like you weren't doing anything wrong. But it's like that constant, like when you have this one thing that's like about, you know what I mean? Like constantly, do you know what I mean? Like hovering above you. It's like, oh, these things you need to do, the list of things that you need to do. Like I feel like in many ways, when you have a baby, you're on survival mode for a while. And I think that couples, you know, it's a very stressful time on a lot of couples, right? And I feel this is exactly the same. You're in survival mode. It's a very stressful time. People are stressed about money. People are feeling like claustrophobic and all that. And it does put a big strain like on relationships, you know?
And I'm also very stressed about my father, who's
that's
old
true.
And by himself now and not coping very, very well.
Yeah.
So yes, got it. I mean, everyone out there must have, you know, elderly relatives, I'd imagine, who they can't go and sort of see properly.
We had one. No, but I feel like it's good to say this because I know
there's also old people as well. I mean, going back to that as well. Young people's easier. Let's drop on, do a FaceTime, do a quick Skype, WhatsApp, and all that. Old people and technology. I mean, really.
Yeah.
You know, it's
harder.
I brought my dad. He was going to, I sort of said to him, I said, you know, what are you doing at night? Nothing. I said, what do you mean nothing? How can you be doing nothing by yourself at night? Are you at least watching TV? No, there's nothing really on. So I went and bought him a Fire Stick. I said, Dad, here's the Fire Stick. It's really easy. You literally plug it in to the thing in the TV. Have you got a HDMI thing? I don't know. Well, what TV have you got? Can you tell me? Well, I don't know. It's whatever the brand was. I don't know what's the model. And it's just this thing, you know, and luckily I've now found out it will work. But now the whole thing about him signing up for Netflix, him then getting it to work. I sent him an email today saying, I've sent you an email, how it's done. Oh, you know, you're so down at the moment.
We have an issue, because, no, because somebody's has coronavirus in his house. So that's why she's in hospital. That's why we don't want to go into the house. And it's he's now in self-isolating. And that's a very, really difficult, horrible thing to have to self-isolate, especially when you're elderly.
Even without that, because he's at risk, he's got COPD, we couldn't go in the house anyway. He's like a lot of elderly people who've been given a 12-week
yeah.
12-week lockdown.
No, I know. It's very difficult. I know this is one of the things people are really, really struggling with. So, like, you think, you know, you're supposed to, like, be grateful and happy for the fact that you have your partner with you at home. But I know for a lot of people, it's not how you feel at the moment. Like, do you know what I mean? I heard, I have a friend who, they do, like, a husband and wife podcast, actually, and she told me that they, you know, are fighting all day and then turning on the mic and sort of like having to do this podcast together. I feel like we haven't reached that point, but we did have one tension dinner. You know, when you eat in silence, and even the kids sit in silence. You know, because everybody knows like there's a thing, an atmosphere. Oh, what was it? Oh, yes, one of our daughters spilled water. The thing is, like, I feel like in these type of situations, everything is heightened. Do you know what I mean? Like, things that normally wouldn't get to you. Do you know what I mean? So our daughter spilled water, and she spilled water everywhere, and it went on the Lego and whatever. And Mike told her that she should get up and wipe it. Now she's 6. Like, I get, like, the whole, like, wiping it a little bit, but there was no way she was actually going to wipe the whole thing. And I lost it. Like, I got so upset with Mike for not, like, sort of, like, helping her, because I didn't think, like, she was ever going to be able to do it properly. And it's such a small thing. It's a nothing argument. But it became, like, this massive argument. Did you notice? And it was, like, a real atmosphere during dinner. I'm just saying it because I know that a lot of people are having those moments. So, like, I feel like it's normal. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how do you think, like, people can cope with it, you know?
Well, I'm just thinking while you're saying that, you know, there's a lot of people who have boyfriends, girlfriends, who don't live together, or were maybe just about to move in together, or about to marry, who are now separate, or partners who are overseas that would have flown over.
Our friends, Lauren, you know, they live in a different country. She came to visit her mom with their son, and now they're separated. He's in one country, he's in another country. There's so many different situations. You've been away on business and can't get back. There's all this going on, and I think the thing that I think is getting to most people is the uncertainty of knowing how long this will go. If everyone was told, guys, you know, whatever country you're living in, it's a 4-week lockdown. You'd be like counting down and already organising this big street party for the day, whatever. But no one knows. No one, true. Not one country yet has put any kind of dates at all, because they can't. It's still such early days. Yeah. But as we all know, the more people lock down, the quicker it will end. And again, you know, I don't know where you are in the world listen to this, but obviously we're in London, and the weekend we had really nice weather, and it was better, according to the reports. Less people were sunbathing in parks and having picnics, but there's still people doing it like it's like nothing to do with them. Completely oblivious that a lot of people cycling together in like cycling groups.
Cycling groups. It's like, you know, you're all meeting somewhere, you're all getting to one point, you're stopping having a drink in the park as people with prams try and walk past you. It's just, I don't know.
Although I have to say, like, I feel like everything that has to do now with quarantine is like, you have, how do you say, you know, how do you say, like, the stages of coping, like, with trauma or anything. You know, you've got denial, you've got anger, you've got sadness. Like, I feel like that 100%. But I go through those stages, like, on a daily basis, you know. You have moments where you're really angry, and, like, moments that you're just really sad and scared, and moments that you think I'm going to be okay, like in moments like you're in complete denial. Like, it's just like all these coping mechanism. I went out for a walk actually the other day. First time I actually went out for a walk, or second time maybe in this whole period of time, because I felt like I was okay and I didn't need it. I could do without it. And then the other day I felt like, you know what, I really need to walk. Like, I need to go on my walk. And I walk a lot. Like, that's my thing. That's how I cope in general. So I really felt like I needed it. And there was a lot of people out walking, which was funny and challenging, because everybody's like crossing the roads and trying to maintain this 2-meter distance from each other, which I thought was great that people were actually doing it. But at some point it really got to me. I started crying, like, just because there's something, because there was something so, like, I don't know, a bit sad about it. Like, just like how scared we are of, like, I mean, I know, I totally get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get why we're doing it. It's important. And I actually really appreciate everybody making the effort to do it. You know, like, we should definitely do that. It just felt really sad, you know, like having to, you know, to distance yourself, like to make such an effort to not stand close to any other people, you know. And not that, by the way, when I normally walked, I would walk with people. I would walk alone anyway. But you'd cross people by and you'd go, hello, good morning, you know, because we live in one of those areas that you still kind of say hello to people sometimes. You know what I mean? And suddenly it's like, there was an old woman who literally ran away from me, you know. And I was like, I was going to move, but she ran away from me first. And I understand why she did it. This is not me criticizing. It was just like a bit, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's surreal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's, look, it's a very weird time. As I said before, it's just that not knowing how long it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I think now, it's weird now. Now we're kind of, for most people, the sort of Easter holidays.
Yeah.
A lot of people would have been going away.
Yeah.
Kids would have been off anyway, so you kind of cope with. But you would have already planned, we're going away, we're going to family, we're
I'm sure
going
people
here,
cancelled
Easter
their
Sunday, we're
plans,
doing all
so
that, of
hopefully.
course.
What did you think, by the way, about the Queen's speech? So for those of you who are not in the UK and don't know, so England, the UK has its queen, but no, she did a speech the other day, last night. And it was actually quite an out of the ordinary event. She doesn't normally do speeches like out of like her Christmas speech, or she does a yearly
does an
kind
annual
of
Christmas speech.
Annual Christmas speech. Yeah.
And in God knows how many years, 68 years of being queen. I think she's done 4.
Yeah, that were not
out of the ordinary. One was the death of Lady Di. One was the Gulf War.
Yeah.
I can't remember the third one was now. There was the third one.
So what did you think? That was last night.
I thought whoever wrote the speech
What, you don't
wonderful.
think she writes the
Of course she doesn't write it.
She doesn't write her speeches?
You're kidding me. Of course she doesn't.
Why?
Someone writes it. I'm sure she'll approve it.
But
She'll
why
acknowledge
wouldn't?
it.
But why wouldn't she write her own speech?
She doesn't write it.
How do you
She's a
know?
script writer.
Oh,
She's
really?
a writer.
That's really. That's actually really upsetting to me. But like,
she might add a few flourishes, but you know, no way she wrote the last line. She talked about the last togetherness in the World War, and when she was 13, she spoke to all the evacuees who left, children her age. And at the end, if you're not British, there's a famous song called "We'll Meet Again" by Vera Lynn. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again. Some sunny day, White Cliffs Day, all that kind of shit did. And the last line was, you know, we can do this and we will meet again. And everyone realised that was taken. A tribute to that song. It was very, very moving.
I thought it was
we
great.
were welling up, weren't we?
Yeah, I was. I was like crying, you know, like I'm not even British.
I know.
But like I've been living here for a long time, but I don't have the passport.
No. Anyway, you know.
Anyway, side note. But yeah, I liked it. I thought she did a really good job. She also looks so good. She's like 93, for heaven's sake. Like she's so lucid, right? It's amazing. It's really amazing. But ironically, she did the speech yesterday, the same day they said that Boris Johnson has been taken into hospital. Is he still in hospital?
Well, he's now staying in.
Is he staying in?
Yeah, so yesterday he was having tests in hospital. Now he's now in hospital.
Yeah, I know.
He's remaining in hospital.
Wow, that's like shocking. And do you think that the fact that this has become like a news event, but I just want to know what you think. Do you think the fact that he is in hospital is a reason why the UK have not upped like their kind of like restrictions on people? Because I'm not sure, because I think like, you know, the UK, for me, how I see it, we're following like a path. It was like a pattern, because like I said, we've said this a few weeks now in a row, that like they're putting restrictions gradually, because they can't really say to people just don't do anything, because people won't really accept that, you know. So the next step would have been probably, hey guys, don't actually exercise outside, just exercise indoors on a balcony or in your garden if you have one, and that's kind of like not happened. And do you think it has to do with him just not being
I don't think it's got anything to do with it.
No?
I think that since the soft lockdown, we want to call it, I think they'll wait 2 weeks. The numbers are obviously going up. They'll see if enough people are still not heeding and still going out and having picnics in the park and doing that. There'll be total lockdown, like in a lot of countries where you cannot go out unless you're doing X, Y, Z. You can't just wander out and stuff. Yeah. You know, people will be stopped more, and cars will be stopped. Where are you going?
Yeah, you know what's funny? So you know when I told you about this security car that was driving around playing music and asking people to stay at home, I actually posted it on my Insta stories, and a lot of people sent in videos of places in their countries of like similar things, you know, like either fire people or whatever, like, you know, asking people to stay at home. And then a lot of people from the U.S. sent in saying, oh, God, I wish they were doing it here. Because in the U.S., there's still some states who don't even have like any type of lockdown sort of, you know.
I know, there's quite a few states in America
quite a few.
who I don't think they've had the numbers yet.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know.
They just, I know.
What reason they've given why they haven't. And people still attending churches. And it looks like around the world, places of worship where people congregate in a very small space seem to be a big source of the virus. Personally, I find it incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That those states have not just gone, you know what, we're going to independently follow suit with everyone else. There's a bit of an outbreak. It's incredible. I mean, that I imagine will have to be the next stage in America.
Really strange.
Where they have to do a countrywide lockdown. I can't see how you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what we forgot to mention, by the way, is what we did Saturday night. Saturday night we did my online show.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we totally forgot. I know, it feels like it literally.
Ages.
How is that possible?
I know, it's 2 days.
We're not doing anything.
I know.
It was like such a big event, you
Yeah,
know. It was great. So we did. I basically did my show, the Fucked at 40 tour. We did it as an online show, and we don't know if anybody would want to see it. To be honest, right? Like honestly, because I feel like, listen, a lot of things are changing. A lot of things that we normally did in like real world, in the real world, people are now doing online and like virtually, and it's like a new thing. And I actually think this is where the future was always heading towards. Only I feel like coronavirus and quarantine, everything that's happening now has probably just accelerated the future. So, you know, I don't think the world will go back to exactly how it was when this is over. I feel like, you know, the fact that technology now is used in a new way, right, is how it was always going to be. It's just happening way quicker. So anyway, long story short, we decided to do my show online, and we created a private Facebook group where people joined and they paid to see the show, but it was a very small amount. Over 65 went for free, and it was great fun. It was really great. And what surprised me was two things. I was really nervous and I was excited, as if it like it was a live real show, like in a theater, which I thought was actually great because that's how we treated it, right? But also the other thing is, I think that what I didn't expect was people's experience, what they would take away from it. Because I just thought, I'll just do my routine and that'll be the end of it. But actually what I thought was amazing was the sense of community.
Exactly.
Right?
So what I was amazed by was not just people watching your show and really enjoying the show. It was people being given the opportunity to have an event to all be in at. So you hopefully you think you're like-minded because you all find you entertaining. And then to comment, hey, so-and-so, it was a little thing just to know you were in a room with the same amount of people experiencing the same thing. I just think people really enjoyed it. And the fact it was done at the weekend. Okay, there was obviously a time zone problem with some people.
but we left it up for 24 hours so people watched it. Like some people woke up, especially from Australia and New Zealand, they woke up early to actually watch it, and some people watched it later on in the day because I left it up. But again, what I just loved the sense of community, the fact that people were chatting together. And what was funny is we said to people, listen, this is either a night out or a night in. Somebody said it's like going out, but I'm staying in. I love that phrase, right? And people dressed up. There were people dressed up. Everybody had their drinks. They sent me pictures and videos of themselves. We made an effort. I wore the dress. Mike had a suit on. Like we treated it like a night out, because at the end of the day, we can't have nights out. And I think that's so important to do that, you know?
Great. It's really
so good. I really didn't expect to have like such a response to it. And a lot of people missed out on getting tickets for the first show. So we decided to do another one. And we're doing it on the 2nd of May.
It's a Saturday as well?
It's a Saturday as well. It's our first Saturday in May. And we're going to do the same. And so many people have already registered their interest. It's crazy. It's actually insane. So if you're listening to this now, tickets are probably already on sale, because by the time this comes out, I think we would have already set it up. So either go to my website, which is tovali.com/tour, to buy the ticket. And if the tickets are not on sale, there'll be an option saying register interest. So just register your interest. You will get an email notifying you as soon as the tickets go up. Don't wait, because we have to stop selling the tickets a couple of days before the show to allow processing of everybody in the group. So, and that takes time because we're literally doing it manually. Okay, so don't wait. A lot of people were very disappointed because they waited. Yeah. So that's fun. It's like something to look forward
honestly,
to, right?
It was great. It really
It was great fun.
Great fun.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Anything else to add?
No, not really.
not
I mean,
really.
it's quite fun because I was going to talk about like how much we hate each other, but we kind of like got through it now, didn't we?
I'm glad you found this cathartic in some way.
You're so lovely. And by the way, the good news about the show was also that Mike shaved.
I did shave.
He shaved.
Yeah, I took a photo of me with what I considered
People noticed, by the way.
semblance of a
Did you
beard.
see all the comments about
And
the
then,
shaving?
and then it was off. It wasn't me.
Can I just ask you a real question now? Was the show an excuse to shave because really you started not liking it because it was itchy? Because you looked like you were starting to get a bit itchy.
A bit of both, really.
I knew it!
A bit of both.
I knew it!
I was like, shall I keep the beard? Shall I lose it?
I did it
And
for the
Then I went, I'll leave another day. I went, well, you know what? The show, let's get it off now.
I knew it. I could tell because I could tell you were getting like a little bit itchy. And then when you shaved, I did it for the show. I was like, really?
Well, I knew there was the show. I
Really?
used the show as a reason to shave.
As an excuse.
As opposed to just let myself go. You know? Anyway, thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you guys for
Stay safe and
listening.
healthy.
Stay healthy, and stay the fuck at home. And we will see you same place next
week.
week. Bye, guys.
Bye.